maybe not enough firepower to make some final noise here, but they'd like to get as many as they can.
Well, they have 2 semifinalists. They're in 3rd place right now with 32 points. They have 2 semifinalists, and one of them obviously right now in Logan Luton, and he's taking on the #1 ranked wrestler Brock Henderson from North Lynn, and he's trailing right now 6-1. I think Don Bosco right now, I personally think that right now it's basically a 2-way race between Al Burnett and Lisbon, and Don Bosco trying to take home at least the bronze 3rd place trophy, which is still very credible in the state of wrestling in Iowa.
And Don Bosco's other semifinalist, Gable Fox, working hard on mat #4. He's got a 5-2 lead over Sam Lloyd of New London. He's kind of in trouble. Got himself a little overextended there, and now Lloyd's wrapping him up tight.
Wow, this would be big for Lloyd.
This is 2nd period action. Fox has to stay off his back.
Mat 6, we did have a couple new wrestlers, Henderson and Kyner, just so that you know who's on mat 6. This is a tough one. Mark, when you see a situation you're favored and all of a sudden you get on your back, that can happen, can't it, up here?
Well, obviously it can definitely happen, and that's where, a lot of these wrestlers, these highly ranked and favored wrestlers haven't spent a lot of time is on their back.
Yeah.
So, how do they know that, they can fight off? What are they going to do in a situation like that? And no matter how good you are, that's why a good coach in the practice room will make you fight off your back in practice, put you in certain situations, so if that time ever comes, you don't just panic and don't know what to do and just lay there flat to the mat, basically. I mean, it's not easy, but there is technique involved there in different situations, and good coaches will put athletes there on purpose, on their back, and have the top guy try and hold them there, whether it's a headlock or it's a half, and depending upon the hold that you're in, there's different ways of fighting off. But a lot of it is just plain guts and toughness.
Boy, mat 4 just continues to be a tight one. 7-5 now.
Lloyd with the lead, 7-5 over Fox. 5-1 on mat 3. That's Schmidt over Meeker. Johnny Schmidt of Wapsie Valley.
And that's going to do it over there on mat #5. Brock Henderson just got the technical fall. Short North Lynn, Troy Mills. Brock Henderson will find his way into the finals tomorrow night.
So
he's
Henderson
going to be taking on, actually, Jeremiah Cullen from Mason City Newman Catholic, who got the fall earlier in the 1st period.
Yeah, 2 great finalists. Henderson, a tough road to get here. He had to knock off an upstart freshman from Martinsdale St. Mary's in the quarters, Josh Tibbetts. Heck of a match there. Henderson on a mission, one of those undefeated wrestlers in 1A.
That's going to be #1 Henderson taking on #3 Cullen. 1 versus 3.
So Fox and Lloyd still battling. It's 3rd period now, 1:45 left, 7-5 Lloyd on mat 4. Mat 3 is Meeker trailing 7-1 behind Donnie Schmidt of Wapsie Valley Fairbank. Those are 106-pounders on mat 3 and 4 still.
And on mat 5, you have Bryce West now, Highland-Riverside, and Kody Berg, Westwood-Sloan.
So we have both 120 matches going. Kody Berg taking on 2-time high place winner West. West was a champion last year at 120.
Very deservingly ranked #1 again right now this year as well.
Kyner going to work on mat 6 too for Southeast Warren. Brady Kyner, a 2-time place winner already, a junior. He's got a 4-0 lead over Chance Throndson. Young man from Riceville.
Bryce West over there on mat #5.
Taking care of business, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to town. That's the purple mat on the screen right now, the lower left corner, mat #5. Him and his brother.
Something they have in common is getting right after it. Those guys score a lot of points, and they score early, always on the attack. Kyner in on a near fall on mat 6, working over Throndson.
Now on mat 4, Fox and Lloyd are coming down to 40 seconds to go here in the 3rd. What do you do here when you're on top, Mark?
Well, this is a situation where at least in high school they don't have riding time is not a factor, and right now, so Lloyd doesn't have to worry about riding time right now. He just has to make sure he doesn't get called for stalling more than once.
Now these 106ers are going the distance, and then Kyner with the win on mat 6.
So Kyner punches his ticket over Throndson. He'll be in the final to face the winner of Kody Berg and West, Bryce West, who are wrestling on mat 3. West leading 7-1 in the first period. Taking care of business. Kody Berg from on his back.
Wow, only 5 seconds to go.
Oh.
Looks like Sam Lloyd, the number 5 seed from New London, takes down Gable Fox, the number 2 seed from Don Bosco. So Don Bosco loses both of their semi-finalists.
Well, if their chances were slim before, it's almost non-existent now. Big blow for Don Bosco in that community. Heavy, rich wrestling tradition. Sam Lloyd of New London, though, on to the finals. And in the longest match so far, this is never ending on mat 3. Schmidt is just methodically working. 9-3 lead over Meeker. Now they're inside of 20 seconds, so that'll be wrapping up and we'll be fully into the 126-pound weight class. Looks like we're going to get the West Kugel match here on mat 4. Kugel from Dyke, New Hartford. Of course, West from Highland-Riverside, undefeated.
He's going to be taking on the winner of sophomore and defending state champion Alex Thompson, the number 1 ranked guy, Underwood. And he's taking on Tanner Lundgren of Emmitsburg, number 5 ranked guy. Right now, Thompson is out to a lead, 2-1. Gets the takedown and releases Lundgren from Emmitsburg right away. Boy, Thompson likes to wrestle on his feet.
Well, he did that this morning. I'm telling you, it just. Yesterday, I'm sorry. It all runs together, but he just relentless.
Thompson cuts him first at 13 last year. Lundgren placed 7th at 113 last year. The quickness of Thompson and just all last year too, he exhibited such headiness for a freshman. It's just amazing. Unbeaten.
Right now, over here on mat number 4, that's the other brother. This is Drew West.
Drew West.
He's got Kody Kugel.
Yeah, he's out to a 4-1 lead right now in the first period. And he was looking for near falls earlier.
Dyke, New Hartford got a couple wrestlers in the mix right here.
You don't see too many weight classes here because they do not seed the tournament. You don't see too many weight classes come down to the finals, a 1 versus a 2.
No, doesn't happen often.
A lot of times you have 1 and 2 on the same side. You know, so they might wrestle in the quarters or right here in the semis. But this is a situation actually right here where Drew West of Highland-Riverside, ranked number 2, against Alex Thompson of Underwood, ranked number 1, will more than likely meet up in the finals.
Somehow the cream finds a way to rise to the top. Also a new match, though, on mat 3. Briar Cochran of Moravia at 132 taking on Jacob Hansen of West Fork.
We got issues on 4.
West is.
Yeah, Drew West is trying to hurry up and pin his guy before his brother Bryce West can get the technical fall over there on mat number 5, but he can't do it.
He just got it.
Bryce, his twin brother over there, gets the technical fall. So he's going to move on to the finals, and brother Drew right now trying to get the fall here before time runs out, and he cannot do it. First period, but he does take a 6-1 lead going